ምንድነው ቢካ ደግሞ ልደት እድሜ ቀስ እያለ 24 25 ሲዝን ነው 24 እንደ ቀልድ ፎሎወሮች
እኔ አሁን ምን ባይ መሰላችሁ ፕሮሰስ ዛሬ ያስከስከቻው ስለዚህ ከዚህ ከፍትናት ሰራው ላይ አፕስ ይላችኋል ሰከንድ አፕስ ይሆናል እዚህ በፕሮሰስ ቦታ መጥቶ አስተቆለና በርስ እናስገባው አፍሪካ ኮስ አይሰማል አበት ማላው
የት ነው ያለው ይሄ ልጅ? ስማጂ እና ሰራሁን ሰራ
አንድ ሳይሞክሩ አንድ ይወጣ እንደ ስፐርስማ እንደ ስፐርስ ሰከንድ ሃፍ ላይ ምንም ካልሰራን ድረስ ቼልሲ ገርፈናት ቀዝነንባት ነው አንዴ ብታሰሙ አሎ ሁለቱንም ጎል እኮ እኛ ያገባባ አንዴ እነሱ አንድ ለኛ ገባሽ አይደል? በጣም ሁለት ለኛ ጨምራለች 3-1 ትደረጃለሽ። ሪስቴንስ ፊት ሪስቴንስ ነው የጨፈረው
ምን ላይ ኳሱ ላይ አሞኝ ነበር ሰሞኑን ለቃሉ ዛሬ ለቃሉ
ሮዚኒየር የሚባል አሰልጣኛቸዋል ደጋፊያቸው ልክ እንደናንተ ካለፉት ተስፋ ይማር ይፈልፋል። አሁን ሰከንድ ሃፍ ላይ ማን የሆነ ነገር
ተስፋ አላችሁ አሁን እናንተ
እንደዚህ ፈርሳፍ እንደዚህ ከተጫወትን
አርሰናልም ተስፋ አለው እንደዚህ
ገባሻል? እኛ አይከመን እንጂ ችግር ስከትሽ
ማድሪድ ደረሳችሁ የተደመ ከማድሪድ ጋር ተወድቁና ማለት ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ላይ ፎከስ ታደርጋላችሁ ማለት እዛ እሱ እዚህም እዛም ሲል አርሰናል ሁለቱንም ያጣል ማለት እኛ ኤፍ ኤ ካፕ ነው ጋላታሳራይ ኧረ እንዳታስቢ እስሉሽ እንዴ ያኔ የነበረው ነው አሁን አላየም ኧረ ጋላታሳራይ እንዳታስቢ የት ሄደህ ነው? ምንድን ነው? በቃ አለሃ እዚሁ ጋር ነህ? አይ አልጀመረም እንዳያዝጉሽ ብዬ ነው ስመጭ ትኬት ምናምን እያሉ ስለሆነ በቃ ደውዪልኝ እሺ አብሽር ያሰኛል አትቀሪድ ያቸው አሬ ገርማል ታዘብ ምግብ ምናምን መጠጥ ምናምን ቢኖር ግን አሪፍ ነበር። እየተደረገ ነው እንዴ? እኔ እኮ እስኪያስጀምረው እየጠበቅኩ እኮ። ኧረ አልወረውም። አጥፈው እንዲጫን ልበለው። ቢጫዋን አጠፋሁት እንዴ መብራት?
Every mother dreams of success for her child. A doctor, a lawyer, yes, Your Honor, maybe even a football star. But trading, that was never part of the conversation.
Trading?
Until she discovered HFM, a place that offers knowledge, guidance, and tools she can trust. Now, she has HFM, trusted knowledge decision.
Life in Denmark can be quite different for an African legend like Gillespie. However, there's silence. But there's always a place to call home. Home is where your heart is.
Yeah. Let's go.
When the Premier League is on, everybody's happy because we love football.
Let's go.
When we lose, nobody talks. When we stop,
Cool.
this is our passion. This is our everything. We just like Guinness.
Welcome back. Arsenal conceded 4 from corners this season, 2 v Chelsea. Glenn, this is the goal early this season at Stamford Bridge.
It's a replica. It's almost like you're pressing, replay. And this time, obviously, it's Shalom that gets the touch on, not the defender. But it goes in the same spot. It's incredible. Look.
Both Reece James delivered.
Yeah, it's about the delivery. It's perfect, isn't it? It's a wonderful.
At the time,
He does it with some cheese, doesn't he? He just sort of spins it in there. And it looks like we're just watching the same replay and the same goal. That's incredible.
They've done it to them again. Right. Arsenal.
I think we've just got to carry it in the first half. Keep going. I think there was some opportunities in the first half that they could have taken. First time they didn't choose to take that. And I think that what happens is it gives the impetus to the outfit to keep going. And they know they can get something off of a set piece. So you've got to try and finish them off, Steve. So when you take the steam out of them completely. We've got to try and do that this time.
Plenty of options from the bench, as you can see. For Arsenal, the timing of that goal has lifted Chelsea.
Oh, it's made it a different time talk for Liam and Rashida. And the players will be lifted.
የመጀመሪያው 15 ደቂቃ መጠንቀቅ አለብን። የመጀመሪያው 15 ደቂቃ መጠንቀቅ አለብን።
አበራሁ።
የመጀመሪያው 15 ደቂቃ ተጠነቀቅን።
አላበራሁትም እኮ ከዛው ማብራት ይችላል እሱ።
ሰከንድ ሃፍ አርቴታ የሚቀይረው ቅያሬዎች ሃቨርትዝን በኤዜ ትሮሳርድን በማለት ነው ይመቻቸዋል። ይሄ ቼንጅ እንደዛ ነው የሚያደርገው። የሚቀይረው ትሮሳርድን በማለት ነው።
ፖስት ራሱ አላደረገም ማለት ነው። ፖስት እንትና አስገባል።
And first of all, Conor McNamara.
Well, Chelsea didn't have an official attempt of their own on target in the first half. The own goal from Pierre Nketiah. The last 5 Premier League games between Arsenal and Chelsea here at this stadium would have been level at half-time. Arsenal of those matches. No changes for Mikel Arteta. But he will want renewed effort, renewed concentration now in the second half. Toss on against Reece James. Surely Chelsea with a spring in their step there, that boost of coming from behind.
ስማ ኮኔክሽን እያስቸገረ ነው ብለዋል። እሺ ቤካ
ምን እናድርግሽ ታዲያ?
130 ሰው ነው ያለው።
Really helps when you think you're going in one down, all of a sudden it's one apiece, and that changes the mindset completely. And Arsenal just need to find that extra gear once more.
So we've conceded 4 goals this season from corners. 2 of them now have come against Chelsea after Trevor Chalobah headed in at Stamford Bridge back in November. Arsenal who love to take a corner of their own, but they'll be wary now the next time Chelsea get one.
I think for Arsenal, could just do getting Eze involved in the game a little bit more. Always so capable of producing a little bit of class and quality, but they need to get him involved, I think. As that first half wore on.
So they knew he was coming back from an offside position, that's why he didn't challenge for the ball. Today is only Chelsea's 3rd Premier League away game under the Mourinho. They've won the first 2, Palace and then Wolves. Chalobah to Reece James. Searching here for a run by Enzo Fernandez. Good idea for Chelsea, even if it doesn't quite work out. Darkening skies in North London overhead, emphasising the illumination of the floodlights. 2 clubs who always find themselves in the spotlight as it goes down, and the referee gives the free kick for a foul by Casado. All square at the moment. Arsenal who have drawn 2 of the last 3 in the Premier League.
Anteno? ለምን ሆነ? እንዴ ቡድኒና እንዴ ለብሽ ይመጣ?
Some great battles out there today.
ኦዲ ቪዲዮስ
Really have been. Certainly Mikel Arteta knows his team are in a big game here. So they've got to be patient. Pick when they can. As much as the crowd are urging you on and desperate to serve it forward, if it's not right, you don't do it. Not always easy. You've got to keep that patience and then find that bit of class when it matters.
Don't go Saka this time. By Hato. A good tussle between those 2 today, but Saka will feel he's getting the better of it.
Adult Entertainment.
Saka, who is Arsenal's captain,
I don't see him.
in the absence of the injured Martin Odegaard, still recovering from that.
ሁለታችን እንዲሆን እንደዛ አደረኩ።
Probably picked up against Brentford.
ይሰማል እኮ የሚስባል
ዳግ እያደረገ ነው።
Dr. Rice, who started his career in the Chelsea youth team many moons ago.
ኢንተርኔቱን በቃ ምንም ማድረግ አንችልም።
አንተ ስልክ ላይ ሆትስፖት አብራለች አይበራም እንዲህ ፖስት የኔ ያስቸገረው ኮኔክሽን
is just to return to Bukayo Saka, well cut out by Hector.
እንዳይበራ አድርገዋል።
Chelsea take the opportunity to step out. Saka trying to have to again, straight through Saka, then trips the across, Timber was following up, and then the attempted lob in from Gabriel.
የተለፋበት እንትን
Help that one in a little bit. Lewin Timbers taking a bit of a knock. Good back between Hatta and Saka there. Goalkeeper coming out, making sure he gets something on that.
ዋንጫው ወለቀ በእናት የቂጡ ዋንጫየው
Sanchez who clearly got the ball first there before any contact with Julian Timber. Video assistant referee did look at it though, just to be sure.
ቋጥር ማን
Campbell. The Piero Incappier, who's become the first Arsenal player in over a decade to score an own goal against Chelsea in the Premier League. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Someone target at the tail for Chelsea. And they get a clear to the end of that. Fernandez has got a problem though. He's gone down to taking the shot.
Yeah. Hits it early, doesn't he, there, Enzo Fernandez? Does it very well. João Pedro just rolls it on one more. He hits that quite early. It's a good save from David Raya, making sure he gets a nice hand on that, knocking it away from the goal. But
Enzo Fernandez, who has scored 11 goals this season in all competitions. From being 1-0 down today, how Chelsea would love to take the lead at the Emirates. Who will be extra cautious this time. Raya's punch. Just around again. Chelsea want another corner. The on-field decision is cornered, but the video assistant referee is going to look to see if there was a foul on João Pedro here.
see whether David Raya gets clean contact with the ball. Misses it. Does he get that much on it? Another look again. It looks like João Pedro actually comes off his forehead. I don't think that one, personally again, is a penalty. But no doubt, David Raya's coming across there in amongst traffic. Didn't really make great contact on it. Might have got a little bit of something.
Check complete from the VAR booth. John Brooks been assisted by Dan Rabadán today. Corner to Chelsea for Reece James.
Actually getting a taste of their own medicine from those corners because they're giving them problems. They really are. Chelsea are working them excellently. Just couldn't get enough on that João Pedro. They got me quick on at the near post. The centre forward just couldn't get the power he wanted.
Sort of twice as many attempts as Chelsea overall, but it's much closer when it comes to shots on target today. Here's your Timber. Trossard.
ደግሞ ጀሞ አንድ ነው። ጀሞ ሞድን ታውቃለህ? ሚካኤል ጋር ሳድርስ እዛ ነው ስቱዲዮ እና በቀላሉ ደግሞ እኔና አንቺ እኮ እንግባባለን እኮ ቲኬት እናደርጋለን እኮ ጀሞ ይራሱ እንዲህ ደግሞ ይመጣል እንጂ ሪትም ይመጣል። እኔ አሁን እንትና ሶስት ሰው እያናገርኩ ነበር። ከአንድ ብር ጋር እያወራን ነው። አንድ ብር ፍርካስ ሁለቱም ነበር እያነጋገርኩኝ የነበረው። ተከታተል ሸኙ ምናምን የራሳችን ነገር እየሞከረን ነው ምናምን ብለውኛል። ያላቸውን እቃ ምናምን እንድጠይቃቸው ምናምን ነው ካልሆነ እንጀምረዋለን። ማግኘት ትችላለህ? ምን አይነት ነው? ምን አይነት ይዘት ያለው ፉትቦል ነው የምትፈልገው አንተ? ፉትቦል ላይ ምን አይነት
to Andre Santos, miscue towards inside. It's Jokovic. Zubimendi, Trossard, tries to swivel. Reece James so strong.
Football እንዴት ነው ያሰብኩት?
Challenges in that box right at that important time.
That goes right from free kick to Chelsea.
Okay, so by TikTok live ማለት YouTube ላይ YouTube.
Good box there.
is a stream.
6-yard area.
ታዲያ በግል መስራት የምችለው ነገር ከሱ
gets the free kick. Just gives his team a breather.
Right, just stepping into the second half of Mikel Arteta makes his first change. Leandro Trossard, 4 goals against Chelsea in his career. He makes way to allow the introduction of Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli, who scored in the Premier League against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge last season.
አሻሽው እያለኝ
It's the first change in personnel today.
ደስተኛ አይደለሁም።
Yeah, can his pace be a little more
በማየው
effective
ነገር
now for
ደስተኛ አይደለሁም።
Arsenal?
እንዲሁ ካለቀ ግን እኩል ነው
Trossard's always such a good player.
ጎል ዲፈረንስ
Scored
እንበልጣለን።
crucial goals
ማሸነፍ
throughout the
አለባቸው አይደል?
season.
ኤክስትራ ጌማቸው መች
Maybe
አሸነፉ?
now they're looking for that
ሳያሸንፉ
different
እኩል ነው ማለት
dynamic, that real searing pace that Martinelli gives them.
በጣም
Unfortunately, Arsenal only conceded 8 Premier League goals after all season of the Premier League. João Pedro allowed to turn.
የሊቨርፑል mode ነው የሚገባው።
He spotted his peripheral vision that Pedro Neto was not his space in the right way. Against Ngapié. Reece James. Dangerous. Both João Pedro and Cole Palmer went for it. And Arsenal relieved to see that wide.
Ball in that is from Reece James. How to win the ball in first time, that's how you do it. That is right on the money, that's such a great ball. Again, got good numbers in there. Unfortunately, João Pedro maybe just getting a little too much on it to start with, but it's a fabulous delivery. They're looking dangerous at the moment, Chelsea, they really are.
This is quite possible that João Pedro actually veered that away from Cole Palmer. Let off for Arsenal. Chelsea started the second half well.
ዮከሬዝ መውጣት አለበት። ሃቨርስ በዮከሬዝ ነው መግባት ያለበት። ፓስ በጣም ያበላሽ ነው።
It's a back from Andre Santos. This is where Arsenal need to dig in now.
አሪፍ ታትን ቸፋቸፍ በእናትህ እንኳን እኛ ጋር ልመጣ ይሰውዬ እንዲህ ነበር የሚንጀፋቸው።
Sanchez under pressure from the freshman of Martinelli. Chalaba to Enzo Fernandez. 20 blue shirts ahead of him.
መሀል ነው የተበለጣችሁት ማለት
አልተበለጠም።
Pedro. Hato. Took a deflection off Julian Timber. And Chelsea get a corner kick.
We're so used to saying whenever we see corners here, always assume
ነገርም
that it's Arsenal.
ሳይገባ
They're going to be testing the opposition. And it is a real role reversal right now.
ሳይከፍል አለ አሸንኳታሪ ነው የገባው
On his left-hand side to curl something in gently
ከዚህ በላይ ጆካል
towards
በጣም
that near
ቀልደኛ
post.
ሰው እኮ ነው።
Arsenal are having major problems there.
የተሰነሳ አስቸገረን አለ ቡራ ራሱ
Chelsea enjoying a good spell in the game. Can they make it count? Can they take the lead? Stroked in by James, but safe pass from Danny Brown. Saka trying to split down the other leg was almost rugby tackles. I think that Cole Palmer, yellow card for Chelsea number 10 for tracking down Bukayo Saka, who was trying to sprint down the other end.
Yeah, even though he blatantly pulled him, he just let that breathe.
አድቫንቴጅ ጠብቀህ ከዛ ላ አድቫንቴጅ ጠብቀህ ከዛ ላ በኋላ ቢጫ ሰጠው።
He's blown straight away. Look, they've got a man over here down the right side with acres of space here in Timber.
So an hour into the game, the first yellow card of the match. Mikel Arteta making exactly that point. He would have liked a bit of advantage there. Mind you, I mean, for the officials, Arsenal were screaming that they want a free kick, and then he give it, and then suddenly they don't want it. Here's Neto. Declan Rice back covering that back position for Arsenal. Stumble from Neto. Shuffles it on to João Pedro. Took a turn from João Pedro. He's unfortunate.
ይህም ቢሰመትተው
I think he's played well today. João Pedro more easy against Saliba and Gabriel. The best, I think, central defensive pairing in the league, but I think he's done really well. He's always been a bit of a pest and a nuisance. It's exactly what you need.
Chelsea who struggled to look dangerous in attack in the first half, but they're looking dangerous every time they come forward at the moment. How can Arsenal respond to this? Declan Rice. Gabriel. For a fan of either team, this is probably too close for comfort, but from a neutral point of view, this is wonderfully balanced now. A game that really could go either way. Saliba loses out to Cole Palmer. Jumping out with Zubimendi, and now Declan Rice puts it out for a corner to Chelsea, and Arsenal are still feeling the heat of the back.
Declan Rice has just pulled up a bit there as well. Just as he made that interception right at the end.
ጎበዝ ነው ዋን ፓልም ወይ ከሪሽ እንደዚህ ቢችል
Palmer just seeing that Saliba taking a little too long to get that pass away.
አይተከው
Very quickly intercepting.
ሚድፊልድ ላይ የደከማቸው ይመስላል በጣም የደከማቸው ይመስላል። ዙቢሜንዲ የደከመው ይመስላል። ራይስ ቢደክመውም ማሽን ነው እሱ አይደክመውም። ደክሞትም አይደክመውም።
ደክሞትም ትንሽ ቀረው።
Here's the latest one from Reece James. And this time it'll be a goal kick. David Raya keen to get on with it. Victor with a touch ahead of Saka. Nervous tension around the Emirates right now.
Just down below us, Mikel Arteta turning out to the fans and saying, calm down. There's that anxiety that is you can feel it now in the stadium. It's there. And the Arsenal coach is just trying to tell his fans, be patient, we need to keep it.
Arsenal believe they can trust the process here. Process which has had them top of the Premier League for so much of this campaign. So here today would still leave them Such has been the hot pursuit of Pep Guardiola's team that Arsenal feel they cannot afford to drop points. Gabriel looking for Gyökeres, good pass and a good run. And Reece James is under pressure, but he's done really well with it. Using all his experience there, Reece James.
Yeah, did great, because he wasn't sure who was actually going to come out on top there for a second. Because it looked like he got his body across and got himself into a favourable position. Reece James really strong and determined. Just does enough. Arsenal, I think, need to get the ball out to Saka. Eze's gone very quiet in the game.
Afanji, quiet.
Chalaba looking for João Pedro. From Neto. Heavy touch and there's Gabriel to clear. Tremendous last 5 goals have all come in competition, so feelings due on in the Premier League. Arsenal fans hoping they can score again here to deliver an 11th Premier League home win of the campaign. This one is very stubborn.
Yaşaya kamtabiyon amtutali. Yaşaya kamtabiyon amtutali.
That's the correct call. So that's a nice run there from Yuri and Timber. He's away there with a chance to whip something into the box.
Hector deputising for the injured Marc Cucurella, who has missed the last 2.5 weeks now, the Spaniard. Always going to be difficult against the dribbling skills of Bukayo Saka today.
These are really important for Arsenal now. These free kicks in this sort of situation, Declan Rice really needs to find something to give people a chance in there.
Here it comes from Declan Rice. Plenty spare, such danger. Gabriel was close and Sanchez punches it out for a corner.
Yeah, right on cue, produces a really good ball there. because that's dipping in front of the goalkeeper. He comes for it, Robert Sanchez, but with traffic in front of him, that's always a worry.
ፈርስት ሃፍ ማን ነው እንደዛ በልጠን አቻ መደረግ አልነበረበት። ልክ እንደ ዩናይትድ ጨዋታ ሲያናል
ገባይ መታለ ከገባ
Ready by Declan Rice.
Agapuan, Johnson Bell. And corner good.
እናሰራ
Saliba just walks Andre Sanchez into him. This is what that's not enough. I don't think there's enough of a nudge on the goalkeeper there. I think that's a little too soft and a little easy. I really do, and I think that's going to stand.
ተንበረከከና ምንም ባለ መጣጥል ብራንድ ቦርሳን ፓከር ሸኛል ናካሺ ወጣ ነው ምንጮቶኛ ምርጥሳለ
ማይክ ምናምን ቁጭ ያደረገብናል ምናምን ስማ ፕሪዲክሽን የባይዘው ማለት ሁሉም ልክ ነው ሁሉንም ልክ ነው አርሰናል ሁለት ያገባል ነበር የገመቱት የዛሬ አበርት ይግባ አይደለ በማን ይግባ በማን ሰከንድ አፍቷል ዋታሪ ዋትራ ኮርና አስገባ ሳካ 1v1 ነው 1v1 ነው
So they're getting to rev their engines now. Hoping they slowed up plenty in the attack.
Ayo, Rice dekmo Rice. ተረጋጋ አምልጦት ነው ከግሩ ወጥቶ ነበር ራያክ ያገባ ነው እንዴት ከፍ አለበት አንተ ስህተት ነው ፓሱ ስህተት ነው ቢመልሰውስ እሺ ራያ እግሩ ግን ልክ አይደለም እግሩ እያነከሰ ነው ራያ አራርቴታ ኖርጋርድ ላስገባው እናቴ አቻኮን እንጨፍራለን አረ ሲያስጠላ በእናት Martinelli!
There's not the two speedsters. Who was so hero in the aftermath of the triple goal. Chelsea trying to
ለዚህ ነው የምንወደው ማርቲኔሊ ወኔ ይላል
አያስቀጥለውም ግን ቀይ
ስለሆነ ነው
ቢጫ መስሎኝ ጭሼ ነበረ ታውቃለህ
ብቻ ነበረበት መሰለኝ የቀይ ንጉስ ቼልሲ የቀይ ንጉስ
እንቀዝጊያ ሞላ ቤቱ
picked up his first booking. Much better Neto here. Sanchez.
ምንም ግድ የለውም
This one is certainly more cut and dry. But disciplinary problems for Chelsea continue to haunt them already before today. Chelsea have more red cards in the Premier League than any other team this season. 7 substitutions in the Premier League. 9.
በጣም ይጮሃል ምናምን እኩል
This is a problem for the English team.
እኩል ኮንፊደንስ ጥግ እና እኛ እዚህ ስለተማርን አይሰማም የመጣለትን ነው የሚነግርህ
His afternoon is over. Chelsea is now in serious jeopardy.
Guys? የምን የሚሰጥ የምን የሚሰጥ ቪዲዮ ስራ ማለት
አይ ሰከንድ ነው ስልክ ላወራ ሰከንድ አሰራው
ጎል ሲገባ ግን አቻ ከተደረገ ደግሞ ማክስ ነው የሚላለው
He's been a regular starter in the team lately. Romeo Lavia is also about to come on. It'll be his first appearance since the 5th of November for Lavia.
አንተ ምንም ወደ መሬት የሚገባ ነገር የለም አንቺ ሲደበዱ
really tilted in their favour. The goal to go to
አንተ ጀለስ እኮ ነው
being reduced to 10. Here's Jokeres.
ተመረቀች እሷ ዋንጫ ግን አልበላችም
Yeah, massive change in the game, isn't it? Huge.
ጌሙን መቆራረጥ ብንችል
His challenge was clear. And your assistant referee will always look at something like that in the background, but on field, referee Darren England says no foul.
My first thought was, despite the fact that Bukayo Saka looking like he's just about to take the shot, I thought Hato just got his
እንደዛ ነበር መጀመሪያ
eased Bukayo Saka away.
ከዛ ቀይ ሲሰጠው ቢጫ ሰጥቶ ያየው አልነበረም
Just when Chelsea are having a good spell in the
ጌሙን
back,
መቆጣጠር ብንችል አሁን በገበር እዚህ ጋር ባይሳ
just a bit short of ideas all of a sudden now.
ብራቮ ለማ
ያያ አይደለም
Shoulders interception.
አንተ እንዳሉ ይሄ ነው ሆኖ እኔ እንጃ እዚሁ ነበር ከቅድም ጀምሮ
Changes coming for Chelsea. Looks like changes coming for Arsenal too. Yellow card for Gabriel, first Arsenal player on the hook today.
ምን ሆነ ቤኪ
አይ ስለተጠጋን
እና ቤኪ
Just grabs Pedro's sleeve there, doesn't he?
ትንሽዬ እኮ ነው ማስጠጋት
At
እኮ
that stage of the game, there's been so many yellow cards that any minor indiscretion now are probably going to get carded.
Romeo
Yellow.
Lavia comes on in place of
Danut
Otto
Kvenat.
midfield. Augusto will replace Gerald Hato at left back. Hato, who's carrying a yellow card.
አረ
Certainly the Brazilian can't afford to go down to 9.
አንተ እያነከስ ከካይሰሮ ትመጣለህ። ሰማሽ ይላል
ራይስ ግን ማሽን እናፈላ
ሀበዛ ገባል መጣ
አንቺ ራስ እኮ ጎል እያልሽ እኮ ገባል ቋጣሪ
Well, he's the one that's going to sit in front of Gabriel and Saliba alongside Zubimendi. Make sure that they don't allow Chelsea any chance to counter, especially now that they have the extra man. No excuses for Arsenal.
Red card really hampered Chelsea last weekend when Fofana was sent off, and Burnley hadn't had a shot on target in the game when Chelsea had 11 players on the pitch, and if Burnley were to score the equaliser when Chelsea were down to 10.
ነክቶታል ኧረ ነክቶታል
Dismissal really hampering Chelsea's chances to get back into this.
ኧረ ቻሎባ እየሸፈነው እያለ በጉልበቱ ነክቶታል
Saka almost in for his first touch.
Another dreadful clearance actually from Sanchez there. Very nearly. Kai Havertz just couldn't quite reach it. Too many times today. The goalie has missed the ball and risked putting his team in trouble.
Lavia. Chalaba. Certainly all the intent, all the purpose is Arsenal's. The belief is there. A game in which they've been asked questions, but Mikel Arteta's team, as they have done so regularly this campaign, have been able to come up with the answers so far. Lavia battles, and he's found within a free kick to Chelsea.
It's been that sort of game that any little mistakes, any free kicks that are conceded in wide areas, you can get punished because of it. So Chelsea not out this yet. They have to keep believing. Arsenal have to be absolutely steadfast with their concentration now.
Petro, Cole Palmer.
ዛሬ ምንድነው የሆነ እንደዚህ የሚያጡት ኳስ በዛ
Havertz.
እያሉ ያመልጣቸዋል
Challenge by Crusader, but fouls.
Bravo.
So Fernandes for his complaints.
Yeah, it's just for dissent there when you throw the ball like that. Referees take that as dissent.
No,
Yeah, so just got to get back. Take it on the chin. It's a strong challenge that from Caicedo. It really is. There Chelsea were bearing down towards the edge of the Arsenal 80-yard box.
Descent.
He's never been sent off for Chelsea. Be careful now, the yellow card. Frustration's very evident for the visitors because they know that they were doing well up until that timber goal and the immediate red card that followed them. Here's Malo Gusto. Great efforts. Saka. Sanchez.
እንዴ መተው ኤፌንዲ በግራ እግሩ ስለሆነ በቀኝ እግሩ ኤፌንዲ የሚመታው
between Havertz, Saka and then Eza onto the left foot, driving into the box through the legs as well. That's a good stop. That is a good save.
Eza, who has scored one goal against Chelsea in his career, it came last season for his old team, Crystal Palace.
Bravo, Havertz.
Goal. So that would surely wrap this up today.
መጨረሻ ላይ አቻ የሚያደርጉ እየመሰለኝ
መድገም አለብን ስለ የሞከሩ በራሱ አይደለም ግን የሆነ ነገር ሊፈጠር ይችላል
Regained the lead after his own goal just before half time.
ያው መለስ ብዬ ደግሞ ሳስበው ደግሞ አላህ ቸልሲ ደግሞ እንደሱ አይነት ቡድን አለ።
ስቴፋው የለም መጨረሻ ላይ
ተቆርጧል።
ቀይም ላይ ናቸው ለነገሩ።
አያኛን ለማግባት ከተጫወትን ድረስ ምንም ማለት
ከተከላከላቸው ያገባል።
አዎ
ተምሯል አርቴታ።
ብራቮ ብራቮ ሂንካፔ ይችላል።
He's a real competitor, isn't he, in that left back position?
Martinelli comes off the corner flag, still in play for Casino. Casino more fancy tricks for the Ecuadorian. Petro. Chelsea preparing to make further changes.
Bravo Martinelli, bravo Martinelli.
Chalaba.
ማርቲኔሊ ጄምስን እያስቸገረ
አናይሩም እንዴ እናደርጓቸው ሰፊኬሽን
Chelsea really penned in there. So difficult to break out of their own final third. Sometimes in games when there's a red card, the extra man advantage isn't too evident. It feels very evident at the moment.
Yeah, it certainly does. Goalkeeper's reluctant to just knock it up to João Pedro. They're trying to be productive and play their way through the lines. Not always easy when you're one short.
ተቀበልናቸው። ያው እዛው አፍነን ከሜዳቸው እንዴት አያ አናስሞክራቸው።
አነሱ በጣም አነሱ።
በቃ ይሄን ነበር በአንድ ጎል ስንመራ እንደዚህ ልንጮት ነበር የምንፈልገው አይደል? ለአፍኖ መክረፍ ነው እናታቸው። ገና የሚፈራጋባቸዋል።
አንግል ነው እርግጠኛ
Liam Delap will need to be in his most robust.
ሊያጠቃ ነው።
Brazil will be looking for physical presence from him, both 6-yard boxes. Garnacho, he flicks in and out of the games, but there's no doubt.
ለአርሰናል ይሸጥለታል ከአንድ ዓመት ምናምን ባል
Chelsea are going to wait until after the free kick to make the double change.
ስለ አሪፍ ነው።
The absence of Dr. Rice
ሌላ ነጭ ማርቲኔሊ ምን ሰራል? ብራዚላዊ እና አርጀንቲናዊ ማርቲኔሊ ምን ሰራል?
ያው ነው እየተባልክ ነው።
Saka.
እንደውም ይብሳል። ማርቲኔሊ ቢያንስ ወኔ ያለው ዲሲፕሊን አለው።
ይሮጣል ቢያንስ።
Saka overrated. It went on the play before Sanchez pulled it back in again. That means corner to Arsenal.
Corner! Hat-trick! Elindelo.
Close call, but the linesman shout. Thought it had gone out. It's very close. It will be. Just because I can put this one in.
ውሃ ይዤ ልምጣ።
ዘና ለኛ ምሽ
ምን ውሃ ትፈልጋለህ?
በኔ ይዘል
All the goals of the game have come from corners. This one is waiting, is it? Saka taken away from Malagusto, but the ball has gone out of play. On that occasion too, and this time it will be a goal.
እያደረገለት እኮ ነው
Chelsea, this break of play will allow Liam Senior to bring on Liam Delap and Alejandro Garnacho, and he's taking off 2 players on yellow cards. Enzo Fernandez makes way, and so too Cole Palmer. Liam Delap, who's never scored against Arsenal in his career. Alejandro Garnacho, who's never been on the winning side against Arsenal, never in his Manchester United days. This is the 10th time he's faced Arsenal in his career.
There you go, that's what Delap coming on gives Robert Sanchez the option now to serve it forward.
David Raya, alert, and takes no chances. Throw in to Johnson.
Yep. So yeah, I would imagine Reece James is going to launch this one towards Delap and go at the near post.
For Chelsea down to 10, but it's certainly not impossible. One goal between the teams. Lavia. John.
Wait.
Son.
Michael G7.
Someone's vocally getting behind their team now. Realising they need the extra support. Gusto, nice touch. Casino had tried to steady himself, but it was always rising for Wojciech Casino.
Terrified.
Yeah, ideally, he would like that to have been on the other side on his right foot. Hits it hard and true. It's always rising, that one, isn't it?
This has already been Wojciech Casino's best scoring season for Chelsea. And scored the 5 times in all competitions. That would have been a dramatic late twist of events, and that spun into the top corner.
ስቦዝ ላይ ብቻ ነው የሚያገባበት ራያ ከርቀት ንጉስ ነው ነው ልብ ቅርጽ በዛብሽ ልብ ቅርጽ አዛረጋ አንተ ቸከሲያስ ምን ምን ስራ ላይ ብቻ
Good challenge from him, man.
There's Martinelli, outspaced by Reece James.
መጀመሪያ የገፋውስ ግን አረ ወደ ኋላ
እንላቱ አርሞ
Augusto.
ከኛ እንትን አይተው እንዳይገዙ እዚህ ስትሪም አይተው አሁን ሰው አስበዋል ሂዶ ያማ ካሻለች ታምርብኛለች መነጽር አሪፍ ነው
So the clock ticks on. 2 minutes of normal time to play.
ከቻለ ማለት የድሮ በዚህ ሰዓት ቢሆን በጣም ይገን ነበር ባይዘ
Augusto to pick out Liam Delap.
አሁን ሚዛዛግ ሰው በጣም
Good at that,
Holding the ball up like that.
Reece James encourages Augusto to continue his run. Towards Chelsea down the corner. Offside over here.
ይገባል ጎስ
ያሰጋል ኦፍ ኮርስ ኮርነር
Reece James has gone out there, but it's going to be a bit of an outswinger unless he wants to cling it
ኮርነር ሰጠ ኮርነር ሳልሚ
Which ones that he was
ተዘጋጅ ገብቷል ተባብለና
so effective.
ለመጨፈር ነው ያዘጋጀን ያለ ነው ወንበር
We've had so many corners today.
ግባና እስቲያው
To enter the 90th minute. It was won by Zubi Mandi. Casino to Reece James, but still regained possession. Chelsea are going to make another substitution late on here.
Bravo, 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 Toshi. Adara baby.
Yes, the defender who's been making his first Premier League start today, very much thrown into the deep end.
Yep. I certainly remember this one. I think he did okay.
Huh?
Obviously that goal that came off his shoulder and ended up in the back of the net.
Johnson, who's only made one Premier League start since Liam Senior's arrival. To Chelsea.
Just pitching too much there in Capital.
7 years
Line before he throws it.
Huh?
7 years
ያ ቴታ 67 ምንድን ነው ስም ነገር አልገባኝም ባይዘ
6 7
6 ደቂቃ ተጭነን ነው መጫወት ያለብን። አፈግፍገናል ተጭነን። Come on, get the ball back. Bravo, Martin.
They would go out of play.
Hey Martin.
God
ብቻ በል
Tifozo, Petra. Zooming in and trying to dispossess it. Now, Liam Delap, is he onside? Delap put her on the back of Saliba. The Frenchman tried to recover. Still alive for Delap. Davis and Capier. Rejected to Arsenal. That ball is a bit of pressure. First time Liam Delap. Quickly involved in the action.
Yeah. It's infuriating, but he might well have been playing him onside actually, at the bottom of the screen, but I just think he needs to whip it across now.
6-7 minutes.
Three of the substitutes combining. Needs to be a good delivery! He couldn't commit too early that
Absolutely spot on corner. Move, because just in case there was a touch before.
Chelsea giving this right or rattle in stoppage time.
There's that ball again. Oh, that's such an awkward one to deal with for a goalkeeper. It really is. Has to see if there's any contact from João Pedro. Once it skips past everyone, he knows then he's got to lean as hard as he can to his left. It's a great stop. If there had been a bit more pace on that delivery, he would have been in trouble.
It's a gigantic moment in the game. Gigantic moment, maybe, in Arsenal's title surge. With 84 days of this Premier League season remaining. The difference between winning this now or conceding a late equaliser, the damage psychologically that would do against 10. Stunning moment from David Raya. Remember last week he clawed the ball off the goal line against Spurs. He's had some remarkable saves in recent home games too against Brighton and Villa. Here is Capier. Gabriel goes long. Malo Gusto. 4 minutes in stoppages.
Gabriel ረጅም ኳስ መስጠት አልነበረብም። ለምን ትገራለህ ረጅም ኳስ?
Premier League defeats against Arsenal than any other opponent. A run that looks set to length.
አንድ ሙከራ ሊመጣ ይችላል። ገባ?
Here he is, he's going to get underneath this one.
Zubimendi. Not the certain touch he was hoping for. Good pass, Lavia. Troubles change. Delap. Stops by Gabriel.
Brilliant.
Shalaba, what an exciting end to the game. Spiking down to 10. Chelsea throwing the kitchen sink at it now. Malo Gusto. Just over a minute of stoppages remaining. Tifozo. Flick on by Tosin. Save is in the
I think it was after that initial flick, it looks like João Pedro's offside. Just this one. It's offside. Great skill the way he engineered it into an aerial kick. Oh, there'd have been a few bitten fingernails right there, all right.
I'm saying